First problem that I did was the money value problem. So the first step in order to solve one of these problems would be to form your let statements. We don't know how many nickels there are, so that would be our x. There are 6 more dimes than nickels, so that would be x plus 6. And there are 5 times as many quarters as there are nickels, so that would be 5x. The next step would be to create a chart. Nickels are worth 5 cents, so you would write 5 hundredths. Dimes are worth 10 cents, so you would write 1/10. And quarters are worth 25 cents, so you would write 25 hundredths. The next step would be to multiply the value section of the chart and this section of the chart to get the total value of the items. The total value of the nickels would be 5 hundredths x. The total value of the dimes would be 1/10 x plus 6 tenths. And finally, the total value of the quarters would be 1 and 25 hundredths x. The next step would be to form an algebraic equation or inequality based on how the problem was written. In this case, it would be an equation because it says amounting to $28.60. So you would add up the total values of the items to equal $28.60. Now you have two options. You can either work with the decimals or you can cancel them out. I chose to cancel them out by multiplying by 100 because I feel like it makes the problem easier. So after multiplying by 100, I got 5x plus 10x plus 60 plus 125x equals 2,860. After that, you would have to combine your like terms to get 140x plus 60 equals 2,860. After that, you would have to subtract 60 from both sides to get 140x equals 2,800. After that, you would divide 140 on both sides to get x equals 20. So the answer to this problem would be that there are 20 nickels, 26 dimes, and 100 quarters. The second problem that I did was the factoring problem, So for 1a, I used the eyeglass method. So first, you would have to form your double bubble. Then you would have to factor x squared and 2 to get, in parentheses, x minus 3. And then in parentheses, x squared plus 2. For 1b, I used the dots method. First, you would have to rewrite your expression. Then you would have to write 25x to the 4th power and 9 in exponential form. After that, you would have to put x squared in parentheses. After that, you would have to multiply 5 squared and x squared. And then finally, you would have to factor in parentheses 5x squared squared minus 3 squared to get, in parentheses, 5x squared plus 3, and then in parentheses, 5x squared minus 3. For 1c, I used the eyeglass method. First, you'd have to rewrite your expression, and then form your double bubble, and then finally factor to get, in parentheses, x minus 4, and then in parentheses, x minus 10. Finally, for 1d, I used the dots method. First, you would have to rewrite your expression and then find your greatest common factor, which would be 10x, and then I divided 10x into the expression to get 10x and then in parentheses x cubed plus 3y.